Fox 2 News at 5 starts now.
A former Bay Area police officer sentenced to almost 30 years for stalking and trying to kill his wife, and she has a message for other victims.
I'd like to speak to all the women out there who are suffering from domestic violence to be your own voice and to be strong.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Frank Somerville.
And I'm Julie Hayner. A former Hercules police officer will spend decades in prison for trying to kill his estranged wife in a drive-by shooting in Antioch. Our crime reporter Henry Lee was in court today when that former officer was sentenced. Henry.
Well, Julie, that former officer showed no visible emotion as the judge sent him to prison. His victim was also there in the front row, finally getting the justice she had been waiting for. Former Hercules police officer John Goodner was sentenced to more than 28 years in prison for trying to kill his estranged wife in a drive-by shooting in Antioch. He was convicted of attempted murder, assault with a firearm, criminal threats, and stalking. Back in January of 2015, investigators say Goodner drove by his wife Cindy's home and fired several rounds in her bedroom, but she was not hurt. Cindy, who did not want her last name used, said she was frustrated by many delays in the case, but said getting justice was worth the wait.
I'd like to speak to all the women out there who are suffering from domestic violence to be your own voice and to be strong, no matter what position a person holds. Stand up for yourself. And even when it seems like the fight is long, because this has been a long, long haul, hang in there.
In a request for a restraining order, Cindy wrote that Goodner stalked her, walked around her neighborhood, would drive drunk past her house, and send messages of what he can see going on at her house. He even put a tracking device on her car. Cindy told two investigators that when she called Antioch police, officers would give him special treatment, drive him home, or tell him to cut it out. The shooting happened just days after she asked for the restraining order.
I'm glad today she's received justice. It's been a long time coming. She's been very brave throughout this process. But I think, again, as was resonated through the trial, no one is above the law, especially police officers.
Goodner was with the Hercules Police Department for more than 10 years. His attorney tried unsuccessfully to argue for a new trial.
I think, at this point, obviously we're disappointed with the verdict, but more importantly, we were disappointed with the result of the new trial motion.
The judge called Goodner's actions, quote, extremely irrational, callous, and mindlessly dangerous. He asked the former officer if he had anything to say. Goodner said, no, Your Honor. Julie?
Yeah, you could hear the ex-wife, the emotion in her voice when she was talking about what happened. Henry, he allegedly, or he fired through the bedroom. How many shots were fired? And she's so lucky she wasn't hit.
Yeah, she was sleeping at the time, Julie, and although none of the bullets hit her, he fired many, many shots. She easily could have been killed.
Henry Lee in the newsroom tonight. Henry, thank you.